All right, what's good, everyone? So I'm going to be breaking down Friday's trade. This was yesterday's trade. Today's Saturday. I'm going to just break it down real quick so I can have a video for my journal. I already broke this trade down in a video that I actually just finished recording. It's a video of me back testing all of last week's price action, and there's actually a lot of sauce in there. Like, if you actually have the time to sit through it, there's a lot of sauce in seeing how I look at the markets and how my strategy works. I was 100% win rate last week from trading. So a lot of sauce. And then at the very end of the video, I break down my entire strategy and then I give you the results. And the one thing, I changed one thing about my strategy. I was stuck at a 40% win rate forever, bro. I could not figure it out. I couldn't get it above 45% win rate. I changed one thing and now it's a 70% win rate consistently over like a long period of time. And when I get the bias correct for the day and I get the direction of the trade correct, I have an 86% win rate. And this is all at a 2R multiple, 2R risk to reward. So a lot of sauce. I break down all of it. If you have the time, I suggest you look at it. It actually will make you a lot of money. So nonetheless, I'm going to break down this trade real quick. Even though I already did this, we'll just make it, we'll do it quick. So Friday's trade, I wasn't eager to trade at all, but I knew that if I was going to take a trade, it's obviously going to be going for longs. There's no reason to short at basically all-time highs. So this would be a target. If price ever got past this target right here without an entry, without a trade, I'm logging off for the day. That's how I looked at it. So just seeing if there's a probable trade I could take to take advantage of this target right here. On the 1 hour time frame, what I was about to say, I don't even know what's going on. I don't remember the trade, but it's not worth. Okay. All right, so it was this one. I lied. I take it back. It was this one. So honestly, not a high probability day, being at all-time highs. And with these candles, we're starting to kind of lose momentum a little bit, lose volume. So yeah, definitely wasn't eager to trade at all, but I did see a good setup. So one thing I had noticed for Friday, right? If you look in the 4 hour time frame, we're kind of inherently bullish as a default just because we're at all-time highs. So I'm looking to see how price reacts inside of this 4 hour imbalance. We have it on both ES and NQ. If I can just fucking put this, there we go. Oh my goodness, little ass gap. So I'm looking to see how price is going to react off of these points of interest. So I did notice that going into the day, price was respecting them. ES was respecting it a lot more than NQ. NQ still respecting it. I'm not looking for entry just yet. Or I kind of was at the time, but for right now, I'm just going to keep skipping because I know what happened. So ES is looking crazy, right? This is looking like super, super bullish. It's a really high probability that we hit this target right here. We're basically already there. NQ, can't say the same. So what threw me off with this trade is that if you keep looking, we're still respecting the hell out of the gap on ES. NQ is trading below it. And we had 10 o'clock news. I think it was PMI. What was it? I just looked at this. ISM services PMI. Red folder news at 10 o'clock. So I knew for sure I wasn't going to take a trade until 10 o'clock. I waited for 10 o'clock, and this candle will close at 10 o'clock. That's another huge reason, not just because of news, but I want to see how the 1 hour and the 4 hour candle closures look. And NQ closed below it. It looked really, really bad for longs. So I really, like, at this point, I'm not really wanting to trade. I've been in this situation before where NQ is just in a huge divergence. It's just tanking. Last time I was in a situation, NQ was tanking. ES was bullish still. And the trade looked really good on ES, so I took it. But NQ ended up just free falling, continue to free fall, and it brought ES down with it. So I got stopped out. That's my only scenario I've ever been in this situation, and it's happening again. So again, I'm really not eager to trade. I'm cool. I'm already up on from Monday. I'm already up like 1,100 on the week. This is Friday. I'm like, bro, I'm totally cool not taking a trade. But I couldn't resist, bro. So like I said, we closed below it. Disrespect that gap on NQ. But look, watch how ES is respecting the hell out of this, right? Respected it with this candle very, very heavily. Huge rejection off of it. And then we're respecting it again with the second candle. So I'm looking at this point out of curiosity to see, all right, is there an entry? Is there a trade that makes sense? And there is. So we're respecting the 4 hour. We also have this 15-minute gap, which at the time means kind of the same as the 10-minute, but I was looking at the 10-minute gap, which I'll just do that just for the hell of it. It doesn't really matter. But I was looking at this gap that's also being heavily respected. Inside, this is all happening inside of the 4 hour gap being respected. And also, mind you, we have a humongous, there was SMTs everywhere. Everywhere. There was one right here, which is the most important because this will be on my execution inside of this 10-minute gap. We also had one right here. And all of these were bullish SMTs. What just happened? They're bullish SMTs, and on both situations, what is happening? Why can't I move this? Bro, just get out of here, bro. I need another one. That damn trend line was just trying to act a damn fool. All right, close enough. That's the SMT. You can see this exact low right here. NQ swept it. So, I mean, it's just so bullish, bro. I literally could not resist not trading this. And I did significantly reduce risk because of everything I mentioned. There also is another thing to take note of. A huge SMT here. NQ is trading way below this London high while ES already took it. So something to consider. I'm not really too worried about it because overall in the day, I'm more bullish than anything. And on ES, we're just respecting every possible bullish PD array and all that. We have two SMTs. We have an external. We have two external SMTs. We have one on the higher time frames, like higher time frames, daily time frame, 4 hour time frame. We have one here for the 10-minute time frame. And I'm not even lying. I want to say there was an entry SMT as well. So the entry I was looking for, right, we're respecting this 10-minute gap right here. Our entry off of it was right here. I say R. I don't know why I say R. It was my entry. My entry was right here. Off of this inversion. If price inversed this gap, I was willing to take a trade. So we haven't gotten it yet. That right there, this white candle, was my entry. On the high, in hindsight, I would have rather have been looking at the chart on the 2-minute time frame. This was the much better time frame to be looking for an entry. Price looks a lot healthier, much better candlesticks, more structure, versus the 1 minute is very choppy. So it ended up thankfully being the same entry, and I took my entry on the 1 minute time frame. But I wish I kind of disregarded, the 1 minute time frame and just only looked at the 2 minutes. So that was another mistake. Not a mistake, but something I could have done better. Anyways, like I said, it ended up being damn near the same entry. So we inverse it. This was my execution. Another reason this trade was a little bit lower probability is because ES took this high already. Yo, what is the FX replay doing, bro? Goodness. Because ES took this high right here already, there's no real reason price should go higher. Like this is all-time highs right here. There's no real reason. Like it's not like a super high probability target, but it was enough for me to at least like look to see if I can get an entry, and I did. So I took it just with lower risk. So what I did was put my target right here, and then I set my stop loss manually. So I usually try to put it below a low, but I put it here just so I can have a 2R trade. I think it was actually this one. Set it right here to go 2R, and this was my trade. So it worked out, thankfully. I could have sworn that I was just going to get stopped out of break even because I went break even at 1R as usual. Where is it? Right here. So that 50% mark would be my break even. Although I did go break even early. I think it was this trade I went break even early. Right here, I went break even. The reason being, NQ had before this candle right here. I'm not gonna do. Well, I guess I have to now. All right, I'm in the trade right here. One thing I noticed on NQ, and this is supposed to be in the 1 minute time frame. These highs right here, all these stacked highs while there's a 1 minute gap right here, and we got to remember NQ is already super bearish, so this could easily, bro, easily just be price consolidating, and then boom, take buy side into this 1 minute gap and continue to push down like it's been doing. I knew that could have been a very high possibility. So as soon as price takes out these highs on NQ, I move my stop loss on ES to break even, which is why I moved it a little early. So boom, it took these highs right here. These highs were taken on NQ. I moved my stop loss to break even already. And we just let it rock out. Now right here, I thought for sure, bro, for certain I thought I was going to get stopped out of break even after this candle right here. I actually already accepted it. I was like, all right, cool, break even for the day. But there was an SMT, and this was the third one right here. Boom, boom. Wait, no, I lied. That wasn't it. It was this one. My dumbass. So NQ takes this low. Where is it? Right here. And then ES is trading way above that low. So this was another SMT that got put in. And thankfully, I didn't get stopped out. So right here, I stopped the sweating. And I'm like, cool, let's just rock out. And then, yeah, it just flew up there. I think it hit TP on this candle. So maybe it was on this. Maybe I think my target was like down here, this candle. But we hit it anyway. I think it ended up going to like TP2, something like that, TP3. So cool little trade. I only profited like $400 from that trade for the eval because, like I said, I risked less for all those reasons, but still a really good trade. And yeah, so I guess we're 1 for 1 and 1. So I guess 1 for 2 when it comes to that ginormous 4-hour time frame divergence between ES and NQ. So that's it. That's all I really got. That was the trade. And yeah, I mean, I already broke this down, so I'm kind of tired of doing all of this. I'm going to end the video here. But like I said, bro, if you have the time and you're struggling trading and you're not profitable, I've been unprofitable like for 2 years now, 3 years. Like I've been getting my ass cooked. And then I finally figured it out, bro. It's that daily buy. So go check out that video if you have the time. I think it's worth watching. But hey, nonetheless, you do you, bro. You do you. I'm going to end the video here. I'll see you guys whenever I post again, probably next week, whenever I have a trade recap. I might do another backtesting session at some point. We'll see what happens. But that's all I got. Appreciate y'all watching. See you in the next video. Peace.